Welcome back to Adri's Homestead Life. Today we are going to bottle up the apple cider vinegar what we harvested from our own orchard and what we've made about 5-6 months ago. So I've got 2 buckets here next to me. They were in the annex. We're going to have a look and bottle all our beautiful apple cider vinegar, and we're going to have a taste test. Also, I just got some baking going on as well. So about an hour ago I made a dough using bread flour and some lukewarm water. And I've just literally added a cup of sourdough starter. I'm going to have a good knead until it's nicely combined. Wait about 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna put a good teaspoon of sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt in it, and leave it to rise. Also, it doesn't look too good out today. It's very miserable. It's spitting. It's not raining, but it's just like it's spitting. So it's wet and cold and cloudy. It's not perfect time to work outside, but what I would like to do, I would like to go to the Polytunnel, shouldn't be too bad in there, and start to get the raised beds ready for this year's growing season. And we might be able to harvest some things there as well. So my plan is to go out after we've done the jobs in the kitchen and tidy up a couple of the raised beds in the Polytunnel. So if you're interested about making some bread or roll or naan bread, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm just going with the flow as always. But bottle up and taste test the apple cider vinegar and tidy up the Polytunnel. You are welcome. Right, I think this is now nearly. It's nicely combined, so I'm going to cover this with the shower cap and leave it for 20 minutes before I add the salt. Right, let's have a look. I am so curious what this looks like. Last year's apple cider vinegar. I'm going to wash this cheesecloth. And we can use this again this year when we make apple cider vinegar. And I can reuse these as well. Ooh, smells strong. Okay, I've got clean hands, very clean hands. And let's take the mother out. And we can use this again this year. So this is the mother from last year, and it's created a new one. Let's take the other ones out. If you haven't done this before, it must be a bit... I don't know what you think, but you know, this is how we make apple cider vinegar. This is part of it. I keep this in a fridge until I need it again. So, right, next job, I'm going to pour this to this jug. That's 4 litre. Okay. I'm probably going to take this mother to the fridge so it's not on our way. Okay, let's bottle this up. I've got all sorts of bottles in here. I like to use these small glass ones. Some of these are some spirit bottles, but that's just perfect. And this big amber colored jar will go to the pantry for longer storage. I've also got these plastic milk bottles. We're gonna recycle these for our animals. So one for the boys, one for the girls, goats, and one for our poultry. And these bottles for us. Okay. I'm gonna pour it to a smaller jug first, so it can be easier for us to pour. But I'm really tempting to try, have a taste test before we bottle this up. Let's have a taste test. Whew. That's a vinegar. Really nice. That is delicious. Right. So many health benefits apple cider vinegar have. I am making apple cider vinegar now for past, I'm not sure, about 5 years, and I really enjoy it. We've got an apple orchard, so we've got several apple trees out there, and you know, when the apple start coming in, it's just such a good way. It would be waste not to do all these gorgeous self-sufficient things. So when I make apple pie filling, apple juice, apple sauce, and the peel what comes off, what I would not use it anyway, would end up in a compost anyway, might as well, you know, use it up and make delicious apple cider vinegar. I like these small glass bottles because I could just leave it in a pantry, but then it's just easy to keep it in the fridge as we need it. I use a teaspoon a day per person, you know, just, you know, water in the morning. And I like cook with it, preserve with it. And use it in baking. And this is raw apple cider vinegar. I would just give a splash to our animals, water as well. I think we're gonna have loads. So far 4 litre. Let's see how much we managed to make. And it stores really well as well. I've got apple cider vinegar from last year and even from year before in my pantry. I'm just going to wash this bucket and we'll use it again this year. What I've got in here actually, just an apple juice from our orchard from last year. I took this out from the freezer a couple of days ago and this is delicious. So good, fresh. Okay, let's do the other bucket. Ew, this is heavy. So this is another 4 litre, 8 litres so far. Let's have a taste test. Ooh, that is delicious. It's vinegary. I left it, I think it's very close to 6 months now. It's been in an annex. And yeah, that is beautiful. Can't see it now. Really don't wanna. That's full. That'll do. Perfect. Right. I'm gonna carry on doing this and I'll show you how much we managed to do all together. I have finished. We managed to do 14 litres of apple cider vinegar last year, what we bottled this year just today. So I am very happy with it. So I've got 2 bottles for the goats, 1 for the chickens and turkeys, and I'm going to put most of it to the pantry and leave few in the fridge in the kitchen so we can access it as quickly as possible. I am so happy we've done this project because that's been on my mind the last couple of weeks, but I am very happy with the result and we are going to do this all over again in the upcoming autumn. Next job, I'm going to have a look. This bread mixture, I think I'm just going to put some salt in it, give it a good mix and let it rise. While the bread is rising, we are going to the Polytunnel and we are see what we can harvest there in March, and let's see if we can tidy up a couple of raised beds. I'm just putting maybe about a teaspoons of salt. Put a bit of avocado oil in my hand and nicely mix the salt with this dough. So this has been now resting for about 20 minutes after we put the sourdough starter in it. It's a very sticky dough, but that's okay. So make sure I mix really well that salt all around. And I'm going to spray some avocado oil on the bowl. Just like that. And I'm going to rest this in here. Probably a couple of hours. Okay, another job done. Welcome to the Polytunnel. It is so cold. It's still single digit and it's early afternoon. But I need to get some jobs done. As you can see behind me, these beds are still hold some companies. What we need to harvest. I am thinking of clearing these 2 beds, or clearing as much as we can and tidy up. So what we've got in here, I've got some parsley sorrel, I'm going to weed the rest. We're gonna harvest the celeriac and just tidy up the endive and around the kale and some lettuces. I probably am gonna take that pak choi to the chickens. Let's get started. Just got this bucket. I'm gonna put everything in there for the chickens. And I've got this harvesting basket. I've just harvested all this celeriac. I'm not sure if they're still good, but I'm gonna have a go. Should be alright. Look alright. So just tidy up as much as I can in here. So we've got lots to do in a house. And I'll give some to the chickens, and what they don't want will go to the compost. But yeah, I'll be really happy if we clear 2 bad today in here in the Polytunnel. I'm listening to the birdies. Stopped raining now, so just so lovely. But it's cold, it's cold. It's 9 degrees, even in a Polytunnel it's 9 degrees at the moment. So yeah. Let's see what we can do with this celeriac. I'll take this to the kitchen, I'll wash it, peel it and chop it, put it in a Ziploc bag in a fridge, because probably today I won't have time to cook. But you know, let's see what we can do with the rest of the week. This endive is looking so good. Surviving winter. We still got some of the lettuces what we picked last week. So when that's gone, we come out again and pick for the following week. So sorrel, parsley I'm picking now, lettuces, kale, onion tops, celery, endive. Just looking around in here. Outside we've got wild garlic. So yeah, it's decent. I've also got now peas in a conservatory. We can have some pea shoots from there if you want to. Okay, so that's all the celeriac done. We've got some more in the other beds. That's enough for today. And I'm just going to rake this bed. So I leave still a few onions in here and the parsley, the sorrel in that corner that stays there. I've got this volunteer potato, but first already had ones, but it's still coming back. And the endive and the kale and one lettuce over there can stay. But I thought if I just give it a little clean, tidy up as much as we can, it'll look better and I'll feel better. And I'm going to give it a good soak after we finished. So, just tidy up this endive. There's also wet nasturtium growing in here as well. Quite a few actually. I'm going to tackle the other bed and just tidy up these spots in a corner. Just needs a quick rinse, and we can use this up soon. Leave it here for now. Oh, some big juicy slug found a hole in here. This is a calendula growing in here. I'll tidy up the labels if I find one. And anything in here I don't want, I'll take out. But I've also noticed in here some Phacelia growing. Do you know why? We might. I'm gonna save those and put it somewhere else outside. Some poppies growing as well here. Just give this a good rake. And our second bed is done. It was that quick. Got a deep root, this celery. It's not coming up. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm going to put a couple of inches of my homemade compost on the top of this, or add to the tomatoes when we're going to plant the tomatoes in. I'll leave this calendula there. Calendula. And the tulip here. Just try to rake around it. Also, I'll leave this leek. And our second bed is done as well, look. Doing really well. I've got this little trolley. I think we're gonna have more than a bucket full. So I'll fill that trolley and I'll take it to the chickens. Okay, let me show you. So these are the beds, what we've just done. I think I'm gonna do 2 more. Right, I'm gonna do, this is the third bed. We've got quite a few things growing in here. But I'm going to harvest celeriac. I know I said no, but I've decided to carry on. I've decided not to grow celeriac this year though. Oh shoot. It's quite huge though. Wow. Okay. I might pull these lemon balm up. It's well in here. I don't really need it in here, to be honest. That will grow huge. Oh, it smells gorgeous. Lemon balm tea. It's one of my fave. Right. Okay. Take this out as well. Should have put it. I might plant it somewhere else actually. Some of it. Do the same again. I'm warming up now. What do you think, Sand? I don't know why they grow like that. And then you lose half of the celeriac. Because they're so leggy. Forky even. Smells really, really strong though. I am very curious if that's still good, you know. We can make some roasted celeriac puree. What are you digging next, sweetie? It feels good when I get jobs done. I probably left this too long, to be honest. Not sure. You know, I'm not overly keen on celeriac. That's why I'm not growing this year. But they've done really well. Outside didn't do well. Started off really well, but then all that rain and cold we had, it's rotted in the ground. But in here, in the raised beds in a polytunnel, as you can see, it's done a lot better. Right. Okay, it's done. Let's empty my bucket. all done. I was hoping to get 2 beds done and I've managed to do the whole bed. Let me show you. So this is the tunnel, the 6th bed. Anything you can see in here now, it's still good, edible. We're going to harvest the next couple of months until the summer crop come here. So I've already watered them, give them a good soak. So this is now all done. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I need to do in here now, just do the path. That fern, I'm going to cut that back and put wood chippings all around so it'll look nice and fresh. And probably I will collect these bamboo sticks. Otherwise, it's all good. So let's do a little tour. So this is an onion coming back here. Parsley, I've just took the older leaves, so these are the nice fresh leaves. I can harvest these now to make parsley sauce or anything. The sorrel is coming back nicely. And the endive, looking really good. There is one lonely lettuce there and some kale. So that's really good. Behind me, this bed is clear. It's got one tulip, one leek in the corner and calendula in here, otherwise it's all clean. And where Sandy is, that bed is clear as well. Literally few chives try to grow, they really tiny all along. Otherwise it's clear, just a couple of lettuces hanging on. This one is quite a busy bed. So we've got quite a few kale, what we're harvesting right now. The sorrel looking really good. We've got some parsley here as well. In the back we've got 2 beetroot behind the kale and a few chard, some lettuces, looks like saladin, and a few cabbages and more chives hanging on. I will probably move that lemon balm from the path as well somewhere. I've tidied up the celery, so we've harvested all of the celeriac from the beds behind me, and this is all the celery, 2 rows. So I've just tidied up the outer leaves and I left it, but let's see if we can still harvest some. We've got some garlic, nasturtium I can see from here, but yeah, pretty much nice and clear. Got a wheelbarrow full of homemade compost here ready to go when we need it. And the last bed I've got quite a few garlic, 1 onion coming back. I was harvesting this for our salad, and quite a few volunteered. I'm sure this is all trailing nasturtiums. Yeah, so this is the Polytunnel in March. I am so happy I've managed to do this job today. It's 11th of March. It's Monday. So I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. The job of the day was the apple cider vinegar. I'm so glad we've managed to do that as well. Bottled 14-litre homemade apple cider vinegar. And we actually managed to do, that's a big job as well, the Polytunnel. So hope you all have a lovely week and see you very soon. Bye friends.